Okay. Yeah, probably not enough light. We'll see what we can do. It's 4 in the morning on the 3rd. Morning of the 4th, sorry. I'm in a weird, towards the end of a weird shift. Brain is scattered because, I'm exhausted. So this probably won't make a whole hell of a lot of sense. But, what the hell. Content is content. A whole bunch of glare on my glasses because basically I've just got the interior lights for the patrol vehicle. Deal with it. Yesterday, the United States invaded Venezuela, captured, kidnapped, snatched, arrested, whatever you want to call it, took the president and his wife out of the country, brought them to a warship, and then transferred them to New York City, where we're going to be apparently holding trials. Yeah. And the first real official public statement from the administration is that we're going to run Venezuela for the time being, and that the U.S. oil companies all get to come in and take over their oil production, and that we're going to go ahead and seize their oil reserves that they already have, because somehow this was stolen from us. Only no one's really sure how that works. Oh, and don't focus too much on the oil. It was a war, or we're not really at war with them. We're just doing this because Venezuela is bad, and drugs and stuff. So the fact that we're taking like the first real press conference that the president did, he said, yeah, we're taking over Venezuela for the time being, or we're going to run it for now until they can hold an election. Yeah. And we're going to take their oil, and we're going to send in U.S. companies to take over their oil production. But it's a war about, it's not a war. Sorry, I keep making that mistake. It's not a war. This was a legal action where we sent soldiers in to blow stuff up, kill people, and capture the president of a sovereign country. Now, this is not support for Maduro, because apparently he was a right bastard. The last election apparently did not actually go in his favor, but somehow he wound up on top, and his opposition just kind of got shoved out the way. But when we took the president of a foreign country, we didn't turn it over to the actual elected officials. We're going to take it over. Yeah. So all I'm really doing here is kind of setting it down for future historians, I suppose, that no, the general population of the United States doesn't agree with this, doesn't really understand this. This is not something that the great unwashed masses were pushing for or even knew was a theoretical possibility of happening. We've been blowing up boats coming out of Venezuela because they're said to be drug runners, but we have no proof, or at least no proof has been released, no actual charges, no actual investigation. But we have intelligence that says these are drug runners. Therefore, we've been blowing them out of the water. Now, I was in the U.S. Navy many, many years ago, and the idea of our soldiers and sailors and warriors are out there just blowing up drug runners, okay, is distasteful to me. I agree with things like due process and the whole legal course of action of we have the capability of capturing these boats. We have the capability of seizing them, seizing the people that are on board, and prosecuting them. But instead, we're just blowing them up. And then we find out that, oh, by the way, at least once that we know of, they went back and killed the survivors. There was at least 2 people on one of the boats that survived the first missile, and we went back and killed the survivors. I've had to just kind of sit and let that process in the back of my brain for the last month or so since we learned about this. And today I was talking about it to somebody here at work, and I was finally able to voice that I find that idea, that concept, repulsive. I was in the Navy. I was a sailor. We did drug interdiction ops down around that area. I cannot conceive of the military I was part of, that I was a member of, and I was proud of, killing the survivors, just slaughtering them. That is horrific to me. I don't like where this country is right now, and I don't know what to do about it. I don't. I don't think there is anything I can do other than wait for my next chance to vote. I'm not going to go all radical and do something stupid. That's not who I am. That's not who most of us are. Most of us are just sitting at home, depressed and frustrated and angry and sorrowful and just beat down by all of this. So yeah, that's what's going on these days. Is the world is going to hell, and there's nothing that the majority of us can do about it except watch in horror as things like this happen. I don't really know what else to say. I needed to get some of this out of my brain, to speak it aloud, to hear the words. Yeah. That's life in the great United States these days. We used to be the good guys. We used to be the heroes. We used to be the ones that people looked to as the helpers, the heroes. We'd show up when things were bad and we'd help. Now we're committing war crimes. We're blowing up survivors. It is literally, and I'm a big fan of the English language. I have an extensive vocabulary. So when I say literally, I mean the actual textbook definition of the word literal. Not just the colloquial, oh yeah, he literally was dying that day. No, you weren't, dumbass. But we're killing the survivors, and that is literally the example of where the line is drawn in, I know it's Navy training, Navy officer training, officer candidate training, or whatever the major naval school is. Annapolis, thank you. It is 4 a.m, and I am exhausted, so yeah, it took me a moment to remember Annapolis. It is literally in the curriculum that killing shipwrecked or wounded or whatever is crossing the line of what you don't do. It's literally in writing as, don't do this. And we did it. And there's no taking that back. And that's the slope we're falling down right now. We haven't hit rock bottom yet either. Stay tuned. We'll all watch it together.